What's up, crew? It is Chris with CloverTac, and welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a follow-up to my recent video, which was my favorite 22 rifles. And if you missed that video, well, I'll throw a link around here somewhere, and you can check that one out. But for today, we're going to put the Browning Buckmark Carbine up against the Elite 22 custom rifle and see what happens. Have some of our targets from Outdoor Products Plus. They're marked and posted downrange. What we're going to do is fire 10 round groups from each of these rifles at 25 and 75 yards, then compare the results. And I'm going to be using 3 different types of 22 long rifle ammunition offerings today. One from Winchester, one from CCI, and one from Fiocchi. So I recently threw a poll up over on the Cloverfield Facebook group. And if you're wondering what that is, well, that is the group for the CloverTac crew over on Facebook. So if you use Facebook, go check that out. Anyway, in that poll, by a slight margin, the crew seems to think that the Elite 22 will edge out the Browning Buckmark Carbine. But I want to know what you think. So jump down in the comments below right now and let me know which one is your pick. Will it be the Elite 22 or the Browning Buckmark Carbine? Now I'm going to exclude myself from giving an early opinion on the outcome of this battle, and if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll tell you why. Both of these rifles are equipped with variable power optics. Now the Elite 22 has a 1-to-4 power optic. The Browning Buckmark Carbine has a 3-to-9 power optic. To keep things kind of on an even playing field, what we're going to do is make sure that both of these optics are set to 4 power magnification. And to steady up these shots as much as possible, we're going to be shooting from the rested position at both 25 and 75 yards. Alright, enough chit chat. Let's put some rounds down range. We're going to be starting out with the Winchester Expert 22 ammunition, 25 yards. Going to begin with the Elite 22, then move to the Browning Buckmark, then we'll go down range and take a look at the targets. Safety first, as always. Got my eyes on. Going to put my ears in and we'll get her started. Take a look at the target from the first round of fire here. It is a little bit surprising, actually, that this bulk ammunition from Winchester is performing so well in either one of these rifles. That being said, as far as the group size, it looks like the Browning Buckmark Carbine. It's got a slight edge coming out of round 1. Now let's move up to a little bit better grade of ammunition with the CCI mini bags. Again, we'll be shooting at 25 yards. Going to start out with that Elite 22. These targets are definitely a little bit interesting. It does show that with the better ammunition in the CCI mini mags, the Elite 22 does perform just a little bit better. That being said, I think that the group here from the Browning Buckmark Carbine is just slightly better than that of the Elite 22. So round 2 might actually go again to the Browning Buckmark. For round 3, I'm going to be using some Fiocchi official 320 ammunition, which is sort of a match grade ammunition. Again, 10 shots, 25 yards, each rifle, starting with the Elite 22. Here we go, taking a look at the targets from round 3, and please disregard the green dots you see. I mistakenly shot at the wrong target with the wrong ammo at the wrong time, and I just didn't want to waste an otherwise good piece of paper. So one thing we can take away from round 3 here with the match ammunition is that it definitely makes a difference when it comes to group size, pretty much no matter what it's being used in. These groups are excellent. It does, however, appear that the Elite 22 may have benefited from the match ammunition just a little bit better than the Browning Buckmark Carbine. With the 25-yard shots out of the way, it does look like this race is pretty much neck and neck. But let's take a little break and let's move back to 75 yards. Have a little bit of fun first. Why? Because, well, we can. Now I've got one of our 6-inch gongs from high caliber steel targets hanging down range. Going to move back to 75 yards, and with each of these rifles from the rested position, fire 10 rounds and see if we can't make that steel ring. Back to work now, going to move back to 75 yards, going to be shooting at those same marked targets. Going to start out with some Winchester Expert 22 in the Elite 22, then again move on to the Browning Buckmark and finally take a look at the targets. Taking a quick look at the target here, you can certainly see how the groups from a 22 long rifle will open up over distance. Now there's a bit of wind today and that probably isn't helping at this distance either, but it's easy to see that while the Browning has a significantly larger group at 75 yards than it did at 25 yards, it's doing much better than the Elite 22 when it comes to this Winchester ammunition. Moving on, let's see what happens when we break out these CCI mini mags again at 75 yards, rested, 10-shot groups. Here we go. This round of fire was interesting because we can definitely see the improvement made on the groups simply by upping our game and improving the quality of the ammunition that we use. These groups are pretty darn close from the Elite 22 and the Browning Buckmark Carbine, and I think that we can safely say at this point that the Elite 22 prefers the CCI Mini Mag ammunition over that Winchester bulk stuff. In our final round of fire for today, we're going to be using that Fiocchi Official 320. Is that match grade ammunition going to make that much of a difference at this distance, the distance of 75 yards? Well, let's find out. All right, downrange on the last target we're going to look at. Taking a look at the targets here for the Fiocchi ammunition. And it looks like the Elite 22 didn't benefit much at all from that match ammo, at least at this distance. And while the Browning did visibly better than the Elite 22, it still isn't a vast improvement over the groups with the CCI Mini Mags. So with those groups out of the way, which rifle wins the battle? Well, I'm going to let you guys argue about that down in the comments below. Now, the reason that I didn't interject my opinion on who might win this battle earlier in the video is because, well, I've got some inside information. With quality ammunition, the Browning Buckmark consistently outperforms that Elite 22 when it comes to precision at pretty much any range. However, the Elite 22 with its lightweight profile is really great if you're not looking for pinpoint precision, and especially if you're doing some kind of shooting where there is transitions involved from target to target. I guess what I'm saying is, overall, both of these rifles do a great job at what they're designed to actually do. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Till next time, don't forget to chain fire freedom.